Yo. In the days of old, 5 elements were known. MCing, DJing, graffiti had grown. B-boy and knowledge, the pillars of the game. But a 6th emerged, adding to the flame. Comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight. Visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite. From the pages to the beats, a seamless blend. The 6th element, where 2 worlds transcend. Welcome to the 6th element show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu, guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the 6th element show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
Yo, what's up, man? 6th element out here, man. Slade in the house. He's like, what's going on, y'all? Come on, let's get it poppin'. Slade in the house. What's good, Slade? We here, man. 6th element. Stu Dog in the building. What's good, Stu?
Peace.
Yo, sorry,
peace.
Yeah, peace. Sorry for the show starting late. We had some technical issues. We had to get unrolled and unraveled, but we here. We doing the thing as always, and we got a great one for you tonight. As you know, the Fantastic Four movie has been seen by a select few individuals, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. What we're really gonna talk about is like, who's doing this better? The DCU or the MCU? And I mean superhero movies, comic book movies, and we're talking 37 movies against 1 movie. So it's not a very big comparison yet, but I think we can see who's on the right path, or whose path has been strayed, or whose path has hit a roadblock. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And Silver Surfer is dying. The Silver Surfer in the comics. I mean, the Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad of the comics, Marvel comic books.
I'm gonna cover my ears. I'm gonna cover my ears for that one, man. I don't even know if I can listen to that, bro. Like, I really don't, man.
It hurts. It hurts. Not only is he dying, but they're replacing him with a new Silver Surfer. And guess who it is?
I got my ears covered. I can't hear.
So we'll talk about that. We'll show it all. We'll get it. Kevin Feige promises comic accurate looks for the X-Men. Not that Fox shit. He said, we're trying to get it right. And basically, he said we want to embrace that which was not embraced 25 years ago and give us some comic accurate looks. My thing is, though, I don't even want to see them actors from Fox. First of all, they're getting way too long in the tooth. X-Men are like teenagers in early 20s at latest. Second thing is, that's the Fox X-Men. I want MCU X-Men. Where's the MCU X-Men? It's like the whole Hugh Jackman Wolverine thing. Hugh Jackman Wolverine, cool. Now I want a comic accurate Wolverine. Not the midget, not the little I don't even know what that was that they did in Deadpool Wolverine. But that was a joke. It was a bad joke. But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't think comic accurate costumes is enough, but we do have word that there is going to be some new actors playing new versions of these characters in the next phase. So we'll get into that. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Kevin Feige confirms a different take on the Punisher in the street level movie. The Punisher Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 4 Brand New Day is going to feature the Punisher, and we all know that the Punisher first debuted in a Spider-Man comic. That is where he's from. So it's fitting to see him in a Spider-Man movie. But what I'm worried about is, what is the MCU's Punisher going to be like? Is it going to be a female version? I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a different take. It probably would. If you would have told me, and this is, I mean, bro, post Endgame, like in the midst of the MCU, like in the height of it, right? If you would have told me that they would do a female Silver Surfer, I would have told you no fucking way in hell. It will never happen. They would not go that far. And here we are. So Slade says about damn time. He's breaking on down. So so was it ass?
Damn, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn, Derpy. All right, Derpy. We gonna go with that.
It's a valid question. It's a
Derpy,
valid question. It's a valid
you straight to
question.
the Derpy. You straight to the point, huh?
And I'm not gonna like say no right away. So we're gonna talk about it. My man said, "What up, bros?" At work currently, but I'm gonna try to be on this Saturday. Can't wait to see this new Fantastic Four movie. That's my man Spade, channel Ace One. He just saw Superman. Wasn't a big fan, but he's a big fan of the character. So he just didn't like the movie itself, but he really liked Corn Sweat's Superman. But he's our resident Superman fanatic.
Expert.
And
Yeah, he's our resident
yeah,
Superman expert,
yeah,
fanatic, top #1 fan.
yeah.
All that, whatever you want to call him, the Kang of Superman on his
Mhm.
channel. But hey, did you get the thing I sent you? Wait a minute. Now we almost Fantastic Four. We got everybody's attention. Did you get the thing I
Oh,
sent you about Kang and this Fantastic Four and the TVA
yeah.
and the one who remains?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
about Reed being the creator of the
yeah.
TVA.
Reed being the creator of TVA and
Yeah.
not he who remains, and that this is all pushing towards that instead of
Hmm.
the Kang thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they had a good point, dude. And if you, I went back and looked, and yeah, all the TVA stuff looks just like the stuff from the Fantastic Four, and that's
Yeah.
why this Fantastic Four's aesthetic looks that way. It looks like that
Right.
retro '60s look, just like the TVA,
Yeah.
because they're from
Yeah.
that universe.
No, it makes perfect sense, and we'll show that. We'll show that that short here in a little bit too. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna also talk about the Kevin Feige on if Moon Knight, Eternals, or other heroes are going to be returning in any future MCU stuff. We've got some more interesting reviews and stuff on some uh, toys and shit. And James Gunn is talking about his war on DC canon, revealing how he hates how they put Peacemaker and like Black Adam and like a bunch of other stuff and like really confused everybody with the character and shit. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. But he says Peacemaker's all about two dimensions. And that's dealt with in a very different way up front, he said, but it's not as simple as the DCEU colliding with the DCU. He said it's much more nuanced and complex. So that'll be interesting. Masters of the Universe, the Superman, the He-Man reboot, or sorry, live action, where they're actually doing like the cartoon versions of the characters in live action, as opposed to the 80s Dolph Lundgren movie where there was like totally made up characters like Blade and shit like that in the movie. And what was the little weird guy? Anyways, so we got the title for that. We got some cool music in the background. We'll talk about Alien and Predator. Look at that trailer, because the Alien Predator Badlands is the first movie in live action in history that has ever confirmed the Alien Predator LinkedIn universe. Other than AVP, but Raekwon tells how his old folktale inspired his album, The Emperor's New Clothes. So that's an interesting story I want to talk about. But yeah, man, that's it, man. We're gonna get into this Fantastic Four movie, dog. And
Oh, and one more thing before we get into it.
I'm not. Yeah, what's up?
One more thing. Monday night when Reno disturbed my peaceful slumber. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh yes.
I was reading, and I hate. It's been a rumor for a long time. They are officially. It's in the works. I guess the paperwork's being drawn up. Rebooting, not redoing, not another movie, not a part 4, not a part 3. No, they are officially from part 1 rebooting the Terminator franchise. 100%. They are rebooting it. Like I had to read the article like 3 times to make sure I was reading it right. They did admit that the Terminator franchise has been all over the place, and that the last Terminator movie, they said that it did well. Didn't say it did good. Didn't say it did the best. They just said it did well. They also confirmed that it did better than any other Terminator movie that came out after Terminator 2. We all know that the last Terminator movie, Dark Fate, was a direct sequel to Terminator 2, which I liked, enjoyed, and thought was a great damn idea because I got tired of jumping all over the timescale. The only good thing I pulled out of that article, and I don't know how true it is because you know how Hollywood is not that smart, is that this next phase of Terminator movies will focus on the future. So it will be everything that happened during the time that either Reese was pushed forward in time or before he got pushed forward in time.
So
And they
my
and
favorite shit was the Terminator Salvation because I love the original movie, the first Terminator movie, and I love how they talk how Reese uh talked about his life in the future, in the dystopian
right.
future of Skynet and shit. And I liked seeing those flashbacks. And all I fucking wanted was that movie. I was like, yo, I want to see the John Connor shit. And we never got to see that. And like that's what I craved to see. And like finally they did Terminator Salvation, which I
Salvation.
love.
Salvation was good. I love
I love
Salvation
that
too.
shit. And
Yeah,
I
I
want to
did
see
too. I thought
more of that.
Salvation was good.
Like that's the
Yeah.
timeline I want to talk. I want to see, yeah, post pre whatever, pre
Well,
Terminator.
apparently you're gonna get your wish because they're gonna do Terminator 1 over. I mean, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a new, I guess it's gonna be Terminator, but I guess all new cast, all new people. But then they're gonna go, I guess, from that to the dystopian future instead of saying, oh, we're trying to stop it like Terminator 2, Terminator 3.
Yeah.
They're just gonna straight go to the war and then we go from there, which I feel like they should have did to begin with.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean that's what they could have done if they had the technology and the special effects abilities. That's why they used to do in the 80s. They used to make movies and then talk about the cool shit that and you would have to imagine it before CGI. But yeah, Fantastic Four First Steps review. What Superman does right, the Fantastic Four movie gets wrong.
Mhm.
Not to pick sides with, and you can't really definitively say, bro, Marvel or DC, right? Because there's never it makes no sense, right? There's all media forms. You've got comics, televisions, movies, and both companies have produced absolute phenomenon, brilliant shit from the greatest minds ever to tell stories, and both have also produced plenty of shit. And the catalog of both includes a very wide variety of everything that anybody could love. So any dedicated Marvel fan could easily discover something that to read or watch from DC that would fit their personal tastes, and vice versa. I don't care what you say, you just haven't explored enough. Macro judgment of the two is meaningless, but hone in on the comparisons here, and we could definitely talk about some shit. And I think with the DCU and the MCU, and both Marvel Studios and DC Studios are releasing movies that are actually look very cool and very, very interesting to compare. And director Matt Shakeman's Fantastic Four First Steps and James Gunn's Superman have very different positions within their respective franchises, right? The former is the 37th movie. Fantastic Four is number 37 from the MCU, right? So it's, technically, and it's outside of the canon. Feige says this is the MCU's first standalone film. So it's the first movie that's not part, you have, no homework necessary. You don't have to know anything kind of thing. It just takes place. Superman is the first blockbuster in this new DCU universe. But very similar approaches have been taken for both because of the immense pop culture status of both Fantastic Four and Superman. We don't need to do origin stories. So both of these movies pop right into the midst of, these characters already being what they are and doing what they do, and people already knowing full well about them. So, it's a very logical approach for both, but it does yield very extremely different results for both. Okay. So on and what the difference comes down to is story versus plot versus characters, right? In Superman, you had the personalities, the motivations, the aspirations of all the main characters drawn perfectly clear, and everything that develops is, predicated on the actions that they take and the consequences that result, in those from those actions. And so, in the Fantastic Four First Steps, on the other hand, shit just kind of happens. The world has a very specific aesthetic, looks a very certain way, and the heroes appear familiar. We think we know who these characters are, but there's never any kind of organic growth or natural depth or any character development or anything like that. And it feels overtly structured, as a threat presents itself and implements to protecting the world arise. And so interesting personalities and character arcs are non-existent. It's all so rote that it becomes boring at some points, and truly the last thing I ever expected from this movie. I really had high hopes for this movie. I thought it was going to be really cool, and at first I was like, get out of here, Shalabal, what are you talking about? No, Nor and Rad, give me a break. All these things. I was like, forget it. Saw these trailers and I was like, oh, this looks like pretty cool and like might be really good. And then I start reading things about what they're going to be doing with characters and unnecessary changes. And then when you finally see it and you finally get the truth of these rumors, the characters are very, I'll say, different. And with the screenplay, right? Okay, first of all, is written by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, and Ian Springer. 4 motherfuckers writing the screenplay for the Fantastic Four. So it begins as Marvel's first family gets the news that it's adding a new member. Okay, so 4 years after a mission in space and an encounter with a cosmic storm that gave them the superpowers, you have Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. They discover that they're expecting a baby. So much to the joy of Johnny Storm and the Thing. They're very happy about it. And one of the film's multiple montages then zips through the months that follow, the time including baby proofing the various scientific experimentation, and before Sue's due date, the team is confronted by this visitor from space, and Shalabal, aka Silver Surfer, zooms down to Times Square and informs Fantastic Four and the rest of the planet that Earth has been, targeted by the world-devouring entity known as Galactus, and their lives will soon be ending. Okay, in order to stop this catastrophe, Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben take their first trip to the cosmos since their accident, since they've been, have gotten their powers, to negotiate with this celestial. And it's there that they are given the choice. The only way that they can save their home and all of humanity is giving up their unborn baby. He wants the baby. He wants their firstborn. So Fantastic Four First Steps is so focused on its plot that it forgets about the characters. And what I always say, Stu,
they keep writing about characters we don't care about.
yeah, and you got to care about the characters, man. Well, to be fair, the Fantastic Four, the plot points and the narrative are taken from the comics. It's very, it's got a lot of cool shit. But as they are collected together in this movie, it all feels very kind of shallow, very sort of artificial. And so Reed and Sue having a baby isn't introduced so that we can see how the baby's presence radically changes the dynamics and the lives of the parents. And, it only happens because it's a means towards setting up the offer to potentially save the world by sacrificing their child. The way comics and writing, movies, books, whatever it is, things for characters are called character development. When you have 2 parents having a baby, we should see that affect those people. Perfect evidence of this or example is there is not even a conversation about her 9-month pregnant ass maybe sitting out the exceptionally dangerous trip to space because the plot needs Galactus to scan her womb and recognize that the fetus has potential, and there goes your plot device. But like, at least a conversation maybe that the mom that's about to burst maybe shouldn't go to fucking space right now and like
Does
face a giant.
Galactus even? Wait a minute. Does Galactus even do that? I mean, like I wouldn't know. Does Galactus
Yeah.
even?
Does he do what?
Oh, he like like they said, if they had a baby that has potential,
Yeah.
he would spare the
Oh.
planet. Like, is there any like the question I'm
Oh,
asking
in the
is there
comics, like,
any yeah,
does
in the
he
comics, is
take
there
babies?
any
Yeah.
yeah, or is there any means that he would not destroy? Is there any way that the world
Yes.
was once targeted that he would just
Mhm.
say, for whatever reason, all right, I can't eat that world.
No, there is because well, Silver Surfer, for example. I won't eat your world if you be my herald.
Right, that I know. Now, is there any other reason why he wouldn't eat a world?
Yeah, he wants the Franklin Richards to be his herald. Like Franklin, first of all, Franklin Richards is the most powerful being in Marvel Comics.
Mm.
Being, not person, not character, not hero. Being. He's even more powerful than the one above all, technically, because he can actually like break the fourth wall and then like manipulate the Marvel. Like in Marvel, like there's this sort of unspoken thing that the reason all Marvel characters never really age is because like Franklin Richards made it so. In our world. Like that's how powerful he is. He comes into our world type shit. Like that's the whole thing. Like he warps reality to his will and all this shit, right? So Galactus recognizes the baby and he wants the baby for whatever, at this point they don't know. They just know he wants the baby and I'll save your world. Now that should spark some serious character development. If not the baby itself and all this other shit, right? So but that's maybe I'm nitpicking, right? But so it's all but I'll let's go on. It's all built so rigorously that it dampens the stakes, basically, and the extreme focus on the simple logline plot means that it never takes time to create any unique arcs for the protagonists that help us understand who they really are or what type of person they are. It can be said that Reed gets his personal mettle tested as a new father, as it activates his need to intellectualize everything and spikes his anxiety, but that just leaves Sue to be relegated as the emotion driven caring mother, and that's not much of a part. And so Johnny is the most characteristic character, charismatic charismatic guy of the group, right? And so it's suggested to be a committed, he's supposed to be a committed bachelor, never wants to get, tied down to any one, person, whatever. So, but the only way in which his personality is explored in this is by giving him a PG rated crush on Shia LaBeouf, which feels like the only reason that the film opted to make Shia LaBeouf, to make Silver Surfer a female. And so the movie has so little idea of what to do with him, because in this current social climate, I'm not going to use certain keywords here, guys, but in this current social climate, they don't want a womanizer like like a Johnny Storm,
like
a
the real
typical
Johnny Storm,
lady.
right?
Yeah,
Right, like the typical Johnny Storm we know.
Right. So he's very much not that at all. Very much not that at all. Very different character. And so his big task, and remember this is Johnny Storm, right? He's flame on. He should be doing all kinds of cool shit. He should have basically his task in this movie is to fucking translate Shia LaBeouf's language, which is not exactly the excitement that you want from the Human Torch. And at the very least, however, it's better than anything that Ben Grimm gets to do, which is basically shit, because the Thing, first of all, in the comics, out of all the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm is the most troubled, the most, right, the most, like, the deepest, the most the deeply emotional, you know, emotionally rich character. And so the hero who himself looks at himself in the mirror and basically is disgusted and doesn't like how he looks and he sees himself as a monster, and so, like, he goes through all that shit, and that's all part of his character and his personality. Like, don't you expect that kind of vibe from him? It's in every iteration. It's who he is. Just like Johnny Storm being that, frat boy, that's who they are. Well, in this movie, the Thing basically, nope, no time for that. He's cool with who he is, and basically his solo scenes are just him, like you saw in the clips of him basically walking around his old neighborhood, impressing school kids with his strength, flirting with their teacher, Natasha Leone from what she's in. She's a bunch of shit. Look her up, Natasha Leone. You'll recognize her. But she basically doesn't even notice that he looks like the Thing. So they don't even touch on this stuff because you're talking about stuff like body image, identity, self-identity, all these certain things that the social climate wants to protect people from, as if, and like, so now it's got to be in the movies. And so
Wasn't Ben's girlfriend blind? And the one that he married in the comics.
yeah, right, because how else? But yeah, they, you can't have a character in today's social climate that doesn't like themselves or doesn't like how they look, or the way that they look is a problem. You can't, nothing like that. No body shaming or anything to that effect. And it's very much on full blast in this movie. If anyone thought that Deadpool and Wolverine marked a change to how Marvel was going, not at all. Nothing changed. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. It's very much the MCU. But there's nothing to complain about when it comes to the cast and the performances. The actors and shit, everyone nails what they're given. As the spirit of the characters are mostly represented. But there's a natural and effortless chemistry that is instantly recognizable, and properly bonds them as a family. And so, but the ensemble is begging for better material, right? They need something to dig into, man, and that is more focused on what makes them amazingly individual and together, instead of that flat apocalyptic plotting that is the sole focus of this movie. And the underwhelming CGI sequences aside, the look of this movie is what makes it special. It's just like you would have expected, very visually pleasing. It's a feast for the eyes, one of these things, and just very plot driven, not character driven. It's like, we got to hit all these beats and we can't offend anyone, and we have to get all this in and get to the folk. And it's like they just forgot about writing a good. I think it goes back to what we've always said about the MCU lately, is like, we're not getting good writing. We're getting all these agendas of social messages, but they're lacking any substance. And I thought maybe this movie was going to be part of the new change to that, but I see now that really nothing has changed in that regard. Like, it's still that MCU. I think what Daredevil, what Deadpool and Wolverine showed us is that there will be potential for some good shit to pop in here and there, and that they do have people somewhere in there that still make shit that us fans of comics and shit will actually like. So, I'll still hold out hope. But honestly, man, and I really, I struggled with this before coming on. Like, I was like, Do I be brutally honest? Because I still got to see. I got to watch it again. I mean, I got to watch it again. I got to let it. But first impression, like I was underwhelmed. I was like kind of let down in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it's great. Like I'm sure people are gonna love it. I'm sure it'll do well. Right? Some of those things is trash. But like as a fan of comics and as a fan of writing and as a fan of characters, like I was definitely left wanting. But yeah, there's far more creative energy poured into the look and the feel of this movie than the script. Far, far, far more. And it's very visually dope. Don't get me wrong, it looks fucking amazing. But so did the sequel trilogy. So did The Last Jedi. So did fucking all three of the goddamn sequels. Looked amazing. We see how that, how much that's worth. So it doesn't pack a lot of punch when it comes to blockbuster action either. Not very action packed, which is sad. It's like if you're gonna trade character and like writing and like all that, like at least trade it for hell of good action and shit. And there's minimal effort to uniquely utilize the special abilities of these characters. We see like one like couple of scenes of them doing shit. The thing busts through like a wall and like stretchy guy stretches and like that's it. And like it's very like we saw a lot of it in the trailer type shit. Like that's the sad part. But the retrofuturism swing is the work's I think best quality so far. But full of the rounded edges and dynamic shades of blue. Matt Shakeman creates this whole world that is both cozy and shiny, and the result of a very good collaboration in cinematography, editing, costume, production design. That's all very, very done very well. And putting the perfect extra kind of flourish on the aesthetic is the very, very well done score by Michael Giacchino, I think is how you say his name. Very powerful strings and an epic chorus. It's very you feel it, right? So, but the throwback vibes are disrupted by sequences of visual effects overload, and like with Galactus have the look of, I don't know, a video game cutscene. But I've seen video games that look better. But the overall, which that's not saying video games are some of the best visual like scenes there are, but just
Yeah, they
still,
got the best
still,
CGIs. Yeah,
but
yeah.
still. But the overall look of the
Especially
film is
Square
the best thing
Enix.
going for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
Square
Square
Enix.
Enix. Yeah,
Yeah, they got the best, some of the best CGs I've ever seen.
yeah, yeah.
But,
But
well,
yeah, I
well,
mean, yeah,
one of the writers we know of Fantastic Four is a guy named Eric Pearson,
mhm.
screenwriter.
One of the four screenwriters.
He's done the Marvel one shots, Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, Thunderbolts,
Yep.
Fantastic Four, and the new Blade movie, which I read the other day. I was peacefully reading, and then Reno woke me up late at night. That the Blade movie, I guess, from what I read, it popped up on my Twitter feed, is back on. They said that they just wanted to write script, and they came up with 4 different stories for Blade and scripts. So now they, I guess, settled on one. So I guess that's the one they're gonna go with.
Yeah,
And they said be on the lookout for Blade to be poking
yeah,
its head out of the we can't make up our mind in Hollywood
yeah,
heat.
yeah. That's definitely happening. But
Yeah, but
I
how
don't
do you
know.
get 4 stories? How do you get 4 stories? This is what they said, that they had 4 separate stories. And that
Oh,
the reason why the movie was that they couldn't decide. I guess they didn't want to do a thing where they tried to, mash it. Like, I don't know if you ever seen Vampire Hunter D. I don't know if you
yeah,
ever saw that anime. So if
yeah,
you ever seen the first one, you ever notice how you watch it and then in the middle of the movie it gets weird and then it changes and it goes. Well, I found out later on
mhm,
that they were trying to mash 2 different stories into that, and that's why it kind of wasn't so great. And then when they
yeah,
came out with Vampire Hunter D2, the second one, it was the bomb because there was only one story. And when I went back and watched the first one, I saw that you can see it now. I actually now know what to look for. So I look and be like, all right, this is the second story. I
Uh,
guess that's what happened with Blade. They were trying to mix too much in there, and I guess
well,
they
no, what
decided
they
on just one
well,
story. I don't know.
from what I understood was that they wrote one script that was one story, then they scrapped that. They wrote another story, they scrapped that. They wrote another story, they scrapped that. They've done 4 different stories.
Yeah. Mm.
They
I
were
guess
just
they
4
decided
separate
on one.
stories.
Right. I guess
Yeah,
they decided on one, and that's what they're gonna go with.
yeah.
I don't.
Well, look at this shit. This guy here. This says if Fantastic Four First Steps is Marvel's future, it's screwed. It says the title is Is Fantastic Four First Steps. The title is amusingly misleading, given that Matt Shakeman's Spectacular isn't Marvel's maiden attempt at bringing its iconic family of superheroes to life. It's definitely not the first Fantastic Four. Alas, following okay to awful efforts at 1994, 2005, 2007, and 2015, the 5th time doesn't quite prove to be the charm, as the studio's reboot of the Pioneering Quartet is an aggressively fine intergalactic adventure whose earnest optimism and sweetness flirts faithfully and dully with its hokiness. Getting the franchise's forthcoming phase off the wobbly foot, it won't usher in a new MCU golden age. The reason no one in prior Marvel outings has any memory of these historic do-gooders is that Fantastic Four First Steps, which is theaters July 25th, takes place in a parallel universe, Earth 828. That's in the swing of a retro-futuristic 1960s, marked by space-age decor, designs, and gadgets that will be right at home in the episode of The Jetsons, or more precisely, the original comics of legendary creator Jack Kirby, or the TVA. The proceedings period piece flair extends from its use of split screens to a brassy, bouncy Michael Giacchino score, as well as its opening episode Ed Gilbert type show. That on the 4th anniversary of the Fantastic Four inception, and handy recap of their origins, astronauts who on a voyage of exploration, blah blah blah. We know that. As is tradition, Reed Richards is the logical body stretching leader. So yeah, we know who they are. Let's see, Josh Friedman. What did they say? This is wonderful news, man. As for just terrific for everyone else. Wait, Josh Friedman, Eric Peace, and so it names the 4 script writers. Complete with snippets from the team's prior battles against a variety of enemies. So simultaneously, it concentrates on Reed and Sue's latest, greatest mission, becoming parents to a baby boy. This is wonderful news for the Fantastic Four and just as terrific for everyone else. Since the squad is beloved worldwide and is now destined to carry on safeguarding mankind for another generation, even if, perhaps, per apprehensive Reed's extensive tests, the child shows no prenatal signs of having superpowers. Though Fantastic Four First Steps is swift, its decision to summarize its backstory means it struggles to establish its protagonists. Pascal and Kirby are fairly assured that the clan's de facto daddy and mommy, the former suitably loyal to the play. Man, get to it, man. Let me see. There's significant imbalance to the team. Kirby often seizing the spotlight, including by giving birth mid-flight in a cartoony variation on the actress 2020 drama Pieces of a Woman. I don't know about it. However, if never given requisite breathing room to create a winning dynamic, they remain a relatively agreeable. I don't even like this dude's writing, bro. This dude sucks. I don't know. I thought he was gonna say something interesting about like how the movie is, but he's just saying a bunch of dumb shit about Fantastic Four that we already know. I don't know, there's something new. Nothing new. He said something about Superman that caught my eye. Okay. Considering the theatrical release proximity, Fantastic Four invites comparisons to Superman, with which it shares a bright primary color palette and a belief in traditional values of togetherness, sacrifice, and kindness as the antidote to selfishness and cruelty. Courtesy of its streamlined and self-contained narrative, those notions resonate more movingly in Shakeman's saga. Nonetheless, the film is rather shallow when it comes to actual emotions. Okay. For all its attempted heartstring pulling, it's difficult to feel more than superficial investment in and admiration for the foursome's daring exploits, which are hampered by the death of slam bang sequences in which Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben use their powers in thrilling tandem. Or, for that matter, dude, this dude sucks. He cannot write for shit. That sucks. The Fantastic Four is pulse pounding exciting is bolstered by chic production design. Like, well, so basically he's saying what I said. He said that it looks really cool and there's no emotion behind the characters. Which is true. And I mean, that's the big difference, I think, with the two movies, with Superman and Fantastic Four. I think Superman was very character driven, and we got to really understand the character. I mean, everything was about the characters. It was like a movie of characters. It was, perfectly
Superman was
written,
great. Superman was
superbly
perfectly written,
written. Yeah.
perfectly acted, superbly bought the screen, and flawlessly put together and carried out.
Yeah.
I mean, like it played out like a real Superman. Like, look, like they showed you that Superman can't do it all, and he needed help, and that Superman
Mhm.
also, like he said at the end of the movie, I'm like that's the whole thing with Superman that people don't get. He is an alien, but he's more human than humans.
Yeah.
Like he said in there, look, like I love, like he's in love with Lois Lane, like truly, utterly in love with
Mhm.
Lois Lane. People don't get that. They think Lois Lane is a nuisance, but she's an imperfect human. She like Lois Lane. If you really read the comics, and like I said, I'm a big DC fan. I gotta admit it. But if you read the comics, Lois Lane is truly flawed compared to Clark Kent
Mhm.
or Superman. She's literally flawed in every way. But you have to accept her, like Beyonce, flaws and all. Superman
Mhm.
accepts her, flaws and all.
Right.
There's nothing, there's nothing flawless about Lois Lane. She likes cheeseburgers. She puts a lot of sugar in her coffee, like they did in the movie. She does that in the comic. She's done it in the first Superman movie. She did it in this movie, and they made a point to point that out. And when Jimmy Olsen was like, "Yo, you want some coffee with that sugar?" She was like, "Oh, I play hard." She does. Lois Lane
Yeah.
plays hard. She gets into trouble all the time. She's nosy. She's a hard-nosed reporter. She does what she has to do. That's Lois Lane. And Superman is he's the total opposite. He
Right.
likes order. He
Yep.
likes this. And those two are like a match that you wouldn't expect. But he loves Lois Lane. He'll do anything for her. He's always listening for her heartbeat. Her heart stops. He knows there's something wrong. He'll leave. He'll drop everything he's doing and go. He could be flying with a bus full of school children. He's gonna put that child. He's gonna put it down. He's gonna see what's up with Lois. That's his
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
So he's showing you that that's my woman. I gotta go save my woman over everything else. Like I don't care what's going on. I gotta go save Lois. And in Superman 1, he was busy saving the dams and doing all this. And then he stopped and he couldn't hear
Mhm.
Lois's heartbeat. He flew and her car had fell in a crack in the ground. He picked it out. He couldn't save her. There was nothing he could do. So he
Yeah.
flew around the world. He flew around the world 100 million times at the speed of light and made the world go backwards in reverse time and saved Lois again. I mean, what
How
man is
about
willing to
it
reverse
just
time to
have
save his woman?
and just listening to her heartbeat 24/7. Just dialed in, focused in on her heartbeat wherever he's at on Earth. You can hear that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah,
Woo! That's
yeah. He's
crazy.
always dialed in the Lois. He's always and what was it? Batman versus Superman. Notice how when she dove to get the spear,
Yeah.
he was fighting Doomsday. Remember, he stopped. He was like, "Wait a minute, hold up." He couldn't hear her heartbeat,
Mhm.
and he dropped everything he was doing. They were still fighting
Mhm.
Doomsday. They was pretty much getting their butts kicked, and he went and saved her. He flew down in the water, got her. She had the spear. He bought her. He gave her mouth to mouth. She came back. She was like, "Take the spear, go. Don't do it." He was like, "No, I gotta go." That's the part about Superman nobody gets. That
Yeah.
despite all his powers, he could be the worst. He could be an asshole. Superman could be a straight d hole, but he's not. He's
Yeah. Well,
he's
that's
more
the
like you said.
whole
He's more human than everybody. He's like I'm more
yeah,
human
and
than all of you.
that's the whole like fascination with the evil Superman because it's like we know all about Superman, but like what if he was just like a regular person? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of people, like most people, would be dicks. They would be like Homelander. They would not be fucking like Superman. And so that's what makes Superman special, his humanity, not his powers. And that's what that's all about. And that's all about that character. And I think shout out to Figure Drawing here, who said that he watched Superman in theater, he thought it was meh, should have been more fleshed out. Superman was nerfed too much for his liking. He likes a strong, powerful Man of Steel. And so like this movie, Superman was definitely more of a character driven plot. And if you look at the Superman comics that it's based on, like All-Star Superman and what was the other one?
Superman for All Seasons.
For All Seasons, right? And so like it was loosely based on the vibe of those versions of the character, and those versions of the character are not about his power, so to speak.
No,
They're more about his character. And
Yep.
and Gunn was making more of a character piece in that respect, and like that's what Gunn does. He's not all about team. He makes ensembles and team movies really well, but for the reason he does that is because he really likes writing characters, and you can have a whole bunch of characters with deep personalities and more than two-dimensional and obviously that was very much the vibe of Superman, but Fantastic Four, not so much. Fantastic Four is very much like the Marvel machine made it. If that makes sense. Ooh, that you know what? Superman is like a guy made that motherfucker, and Fantastic Four is like the corporation made that motherfucker.
The corporation, the Marvel machine. That's our new. That's our new
The
slogan.
Marvel machine. The Marvel machine rolled that out, and you can tell like it's all the fucking amazing shit that all the casual people are gonna they're gonna love it. But like anybody that's paying attention, anybody that knows the comics, anybody knows these characters, is gonna have to suspend. You're gonna have to see for me to enjoy it. I had to be like, okay, it's different. These are different characters. It's a different universe. These are different versions. This is not anything I know. And you'd say, okay, easy, cool, do that and then watch the movie. The problem is it's the Fantastic Four. I do know them. And so it's hard to make that distinction while you're watching it, but you have to. In order to appreciate it and enjoy it, you have to be like, okay, this is a different version of these characters. And then you can dig it, but also know and understand there's not much character there. It's like representations of the characters and everything. It's like there's not much inside when you crack open the fucking shell. Yeah, that review did suck. He said, I'm glad I'm glad people like Superman more than I did. I'm not a hater. That's the thing. I mean, look, everybody's not supposed to like anything. And that's the one thing I liked about Superman is that they didn't try to please everybody. And that's the one thing that I don't like about a lot of about MCU movies is that they try to make everyone happy and you just can't. And like when you try to, I feel like you make no one happy or only a very small group of people. And like you're basically, it's backfiring and you're getting the opposite result that you're going for. Because I think you're not going to please everybody because people aren't stupid. You can't just piss in their face and tell them it's rain.
Yeah.
Well, shout out.
I've seen.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
The cast of Superman looks more.
Oh, okay. Hold
I've
on.
seen the first.
You want to say something? You want to say something? You want to read the thing?
Nah, it popped up. Both.
All right. Say something. Say what you're gonna say first, then we'll do the thing.
I've seen the first 5 minutes for Fantastic Four, and I'm going to tell everybody this because you said it last week. We spoiled stuff here, so we're gonna spoil it.
Oh yeah.
If you, I don't know if anybody has Disney Plus, you can see the first 5 minutes. I don't know if it's still up, but they did the blue carpet event. I watched the whole blue carpet event because that's all they kept saying the whole time is that we're going to show you the first 5 minutes. So I watched a whole hour and a half of the blue carpet event, and I hate blue carpet events. I hate red carpet events. So I watched it, and okay, so everything we saw in the trailer, and the trailer's like what 2 minutes and some change, is the first 5 minutes. All of that tells their origin story. So instead of going through it bit by bit, like how they did in the other movies, how they show him getting in the rocket. They kind of like show it the way you see it in the trailer. So it's like a trailer. The first 5 minutes is like a trailer where it shows them. And there's a guy narrating the whole thing where he talks about how they went into space and they came back and they had superpowers and they were changed forever. Da 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 da. Da. And while he's talking, it's showing all the stuff in the trailer. It's literally showing all the stuff we saw in the trailer, but just a little longer. And it
Yeah.
shows Ben walking out of the water, pulling the boat. It shows Human Torch,
Yeah.
flying through the city. Shows Mr.
Mhm.
Fantastic kicking. They talk about Mole Man, and they mention the creator, I think it is, and he has these like robotic chimps, and they
The
show
moment was
Mr. Fan.
yeah.
They show they show Mr. Fantastic kicking the chimps in the face. Using his
Mhm.
powers, like he stretches and pulls himself back and lets go, and like a rubber band, like you take a rubber
Yeah.
band and pop somebody with it, and kick
Yeah.
one of the kick the orangutan, a robot orangutan, kick them into the water and all. And the guy's narrating, he's talking about each and every one of them, and then he mentions Sue Storm and her powers, and then you see her making a force shield to hold up, stop a sign from falling on people and things like that. Um, that part was mostly CG, but it was great. And then they stop it right there. Like it just
Mhm.
shows you that the first 5 minutes of the movie is that they show you that's their origin story, and then I guess it just kicks into full gear, like modern day, like where they're at and what they're doing. I don't know because I only seen that part, but that part was decent.
Yeah.
It sets you up. It sets the movie up. Sets you up to know who the Fantastic Four was. Tells
Yeah,
you all
it
their
does.
names.
Yeah.
Who they are and their names and things like that. That was cool.
And
But
spoiler alert, sadly, the when you mentioned the chimps, it made me think about Red Ghost. John Malkovich was going to play Red Ghost, and Red Ghost in the comics is a character that's he can go intangible and invisible, and he's from Russia, so he's the Red Ghost. But he has like an army of like chimps that attack you, and they cut him from this movie, so he's not in the movie anymore.
get out.
He was
The
not in
guy
the
that
film.
plays
He was not in the
the
goddamn
guy that
movie. I was pissed.
I wish he would have.
I
The
was
guy that
pissed.
plays Galactus, his voice really sounds like that. I was shocked.
Now, yeah, no, he's. I already knew because I know him from from Game of Thrones and shit. Ralph Ineson.
Yeah.
He was one of the Ironborn. If you watch Game of Thrones, he was the tall dude that was like the guy that was telling Theon. He's the one that like kind of took him under his wing of the crew of Theon's first crew. But tall dude, big tall dude, real fucking super deep baritone voice.
Yeah,
Like
his voice, yeah. I thought he was just like trying to like, I don't know, do the
that's
voice
his
when they were
voice.
interviewing him on it.
That's
I was
how he
like, yo,
talks.
that's really his voice. I was
Yeah.
like, and then you know where it got me because he tried to like he told like a little joke, like he was like, I was such a, and whatever joke he told, he's like, ha. I was like, yo, that's really. I was like, yo, that's really his voice.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I almost felt that was probably the most exciting part I seen in the whole Blue Carpet event because I was blown away by that. I was like, yo, he really sound like that. Like, and they were asking him, did he film his parts with the crew, or like with the movie? Like they were like, what was the most isolating part of the thing? He said, well, my whole thing was isolating because I didn't get to film with nobody. It was just always me,
Yeah. Yeah.
filming my lines by myself. And that's it. He said nobody, and then he said the only time he got to meet like everybody else was when it was some part they had to do near the end of the movie, and that's when he got to meet everybody because he had to actually be in the studio and he did the voice when they were in the studio. But he was like, other than that, he was like, I was isolated from everybody the whole time we filmed this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
yeah,
that
he's just a voice. He just voice acted it, but yeah, this is him.
yeah, that's him right there.
Anybody down? Working in Bible Studios. It's kind of like the old British film. It's been out for 90 years. I did my first film there 30 years ago and came out this week. And so it just feels like being part of British film history and international film history. But
Yeah. So when I heard he was gonna be Galactus, I was like, cool. I rock with that. And like Pedro Pascal, I've been a fan of since Game of Thrones, bro. I really have never had a problem with Pedro Pascal, and I never had a problem with him being Reed Richards. Like I don't care.
Not me
It,
either. No, I actually like him as a Reed Richards.
he's a
I
good,
just think he
yeah,
fits the role. I think he fits the role for real.
yeah. I mean, for what they're doing, he does. I mean, yeah, maybe he doesn't look like the comic book guy with the beard and shit, but so
But
what?
we do know,
Fucking,
we do know that this is not
it's a guy.
the 6-1. We do know, like, if the MCU is the 616, we know that this
It's the
Fantastic Four is
828.
not the 6-1. Right. We know it's
It's
not
the
the
828.
616. Right.
Yeah,
We know that. And you gotta know that. And everybody's gotta stop judging it for the 6-1, because it's not the 616 Fantastic Four.
you
It's the
very much have
818.
to. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to in order to get it. You have to know that this is not their universe.
yeah. Well, shout out to Anuj Sahu. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that, man. My bad. He said the cast of Superman looks more endearing, while it's difficult for me to imagine Pascal as Reed's. The same with the other characters, and like you're right. You're right. Very much so. The characters in Superman are more endearing because the characters in Superman are more fleshed out. They're deep. They're better. Um, they're better. They're written better. They have like development. Like there's shit that affects them, and they affect the story, and like so you don't get a lot of that in Fantastic Four. Really, none. But as far as Pascal as Reed, you know, Reed Richards is it's a guy for me. For me, like I more care about his costume, what he looks like, the costume, and like if it was a superhero that is like an alien or something, or has a very specific face or shape, like Wolverine with the beard and the hair, like you got to look a certain way for that character. But like when you're just a guy, like I've seen plenty of iterations where Reed Richards had a beard in the comics, plenty of times. People miss me with all that shit about he ain't got a beard. Plenty of times he had a
Nah,
beard.
he's yeah, he had a beard. Yeah, he's right. You right. Too many
So
times. Yeah.
like I get what you mean, but like he doesn't he has no accent. Like he sounds very much. He's Reed Richards. He's very much a scientific guy. He plays the fucking role. Like like I'm serious. Like one thing I will not take away from Fantastic Four is the actors were phenomenal with what they had to work with. I think
Yeah.
the guy that plays the Thing is a great actor. He's from The Bear. He's from Punisher. He's been in a bunch of good shit, and he's a great actor. He's doing what they gave him to do, and this is the character they told him to play, and he's playing the character that they gave him, and like he does it really well. Do I like that version of the Thing? It's not as much do I like it. It's is it anything like the comic character that I know? No, it isn't. But if you don't mind about that and you realize this is not supposed to be that guy, it's an 828 character, then it's like okay, fine. But we had the Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four. Like we already had a
Yes.
Fantastic Four movie where it was like a different versions of the characters,
Yeah.
and no
Yeah.
one
And
liked it.
that wait a minute. And that Reed Richards was super young. He was like a
Yeah,
young boy. Yeah,
yeah,
he wasn't even like the
young
Reed
boy.
Richards
No
we
one,
know, like an
nobody really
older,
liked
like yeah, yeah. He was a younger Reed Richards, not an older one.
it. So doing that again was risky, but like I said, I don't like think that this movie's gonna do bad or anything. I just think as a comic fan, like for comic fans, you might appreciate the Superman movie more. And I think if you're a comic fan, you very likely will. Like I think Superman is more the comic book fans movie. I think the DCU is more the comic book fans cinematic studio. MCU is the machine, it's the corporate, it's Disney, it's the everybody make everyone happy, don't offend anybody universe. Comic book universe for comic book fans, don't offend anybody, make everybody happy, made up universe
Yeah.
with characters you know from comics.
Yeah. But
That's
everybody,
it.
you know what? And I don't understand why everybody's Right? Like Superman was good, bro. And for it not to be such a great movie, everybody went and saw it. And like
Yeah,
I was
oh,
telling
that,
Spade, and
Superman,
like I
no,
told
it's
Spade,
doing
yeah,
phenomenally,
it's
bro. Everyone
phenomenal.
loves
Yeah.
Superman.
And like I told Spade, if you sat through Superman
Bro, it has
3
like the
and 4,
highest score on Tomatoes.
yeah. And like I told Spade, if you sat through Superman 3 and 4, you can't complain about this Superman movie.
I haven't heard
Period. Point
anybody
blank.
really hate on this. I have not really heard any Superman haters. Like even people that I thought wouldn't like it, and even people that have said they don't like it, they've still been like, "But it wasn't bad," or "But like,"
It
they'll
wasn't
give
bad.
they'll give some like they'll give some, and so like I don't know, bro. I think everyone digs this movie, and that's a great sign for things to come because everyone also likes all of James Gunn's past shit too. Everyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone loves fucking Peacemaker. Most people like that Suicide Squad that he did way better than the first Suicide Squad.
So Superman is almost at a $500 million.
Yeah, Superman is really doing tremendously
If it
well. And
ain't,
shout out to Figure John. He said, "All I know is Fantastic Four is gonna make more money than Superman." He said, "I don't know what to expect when I see it, which is probably won't make 700 million." You said Fantastic Four is gonna make more than Superman.
that remains to be seen.
I don't
We'll
know.
see. We'll see.
I don't
Superman's
know
on the
about
way to
that.
half.
I won't say that.
Superman, yeah, because Superman's on the way to a billion, and it's already almost at a half a billion. It's only been what 2 weeks, and it's at a half a
Yeah,
billion in two
I
weeks.
mean,
So
yeah,
let's just say if the same amount of people went and seen Superman for the next 2 weeks, so in a month's time, it could make $1 billion.
yeah.
Let's just keep it a buck. In less than a month, it's made almost a $500 million in less than a month.
Well, you have some Snyderverse fans that like are boycotting and won't see the DCU Superman, and then you have bigots and jerk offs who won't see the MCU movie because there's female characters or whatever. So, but those are both pretty small groups of people in the grand scheme of things, and like you know me, I'm seeing both movies. Like I'm paying for both tickets. So like I think they're getting both. You know what I mean? They're getting pretty much tickets out of the same people. I think most of the same people that are seeing Superman are seeing Fantastic Four. Like if they're gonna be neck and neck. I don't know for a fact Fantastic Four is gonna do better, or Superman will do better, but I know they'll be pretty damn close. I think they will be very close because I think people will. I think all the same people are gonna see them, and I think people will appreciate them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Trust me, everything I say bad about Fantastic Four, it's still I still like it. It's still good. Like
Right.
and there's still merit. Like it's not. I don't complain that it's bad. I complain that it's not
No, we
the
get it. No,
characters that I
I
know.
get it. No, I get
It's
it.
not the
I get
characters that we know.
it.
That's it.
Right.
That's the only complaint. And the characters aren't written very well, and the script isn't written very very well. It's more about the plot and the spectacle than it is about the characters and the script, which is fine. It's that kind of project. Let it be that. It's two different things. I don't want to really they're not they're too different to like say if you like one you'll hate the other. You can't say that.
Mm. Superman and 625 at the box office. That's possible. It is. You got to remember. You got to think about
At least.
home video sales after that. And
All right, Syed.
it doesn't matter what it makes. It
Syed
was a
is wilding
success.
out, bro.
So
He,
all the
he
post
he posted this like 7
credits.
times in the chat, like 8
All the
times.
post credits. What?
Don't do that, bro.
SCES.
You ain't got to do that. We'll
Post.
get to you.
Yeah. All the post credit. Yeah. Post credits. They were good. They were worth seeing. It's worth
Oh
staying
yeah.
after and being the only people left in the theater to see it. Yes. Stay and watch it. You'll
I
like it.
mean, yeah, it's I'm not gonna give up that. I'm not gonna spoil that. But I will say this. The movie is a standalone movie, but after credit scenes link it to the other MCU. And the after credit scene of the Thunderbolts links it. The movie itself is a separate out of canon story that's not part of the ongoing story in the MCU, but the end credit scene links it. I'll say that. Um Thanks for the info. Sounds promising. On Malkovich, Russian note was great in Rounders. He was phenomenal in Rounders. I love Rounders. Wait, what's his name in Rounders? It was KGB. He had the
KGB.
Oreos. He had the Oreos.
Yes, he did.
He said
Yes, he did.
he would listen to the sound of it breaking apart. That fool was nuts. Pascal hate. Nah, people shouldn't hate him for getting so many roles. He never. Yeah, dude, he's super like he never phones it in. He doesn't, and he's super humble. You can't hate on him, dude. He's super humble. If you hate on him, you're literally hating.
Yeah, and you're a hater, and you drink haterade.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no reason to hate him. If you don't like him, cool, but there's no reason to hate on him. Like he hasn't done shit to anybody. He's not a dick. He doesn't. He's a humble dude, and you gotta give it. He's like Keanu Reeves. Like, how do you hate Keanu Reeves? You can not be a fan of him. You can't be mad at him.
But you can't hate him. Yeah, you can't be mad.
Be mad at Keanu.
Yeah.
Be mad at hip hop. You saw yeah. It's an early critic viewing, or it's like a link that critics get. Wait, Disney offends tons of people. Well, here's the thing. They do, but
they used to
because they're trying not. It's because they're doing. They're negating story to try to not offend people, or to try to make people happy, or appease certain people, or
and that's what they're. And I think that's what their new hire base, or the people that they've hired, or the people that works there now. Disney was always neutral. For a lot of you guys that don't know, they never got involved. They did their thing. They made their movies, and they didn't care about any of the aesthetics, politics, nothing. They didn't try to please everybody. They made their movies, and everybody loved them. I think that's what everybody loved about Disney the most, that they stayed neutral. They did their own thing. They did it their way.
Yeah.
And they just they stopped that now. Now they're a people pleaser now. That's what they turned into.
That's Disney. But the box office for Superman International is not necessarily international, but specifically China and Thailand. But like specifically China and some other country there, and they specifically had political beef with it. That's it. It's not that anyone internationally doesn't like it. There was a political beef with China, with the Chinese market or whatever. There's an article. I'll pull it up here in a sec. Domestic audience putting that work for Superman. Definitely international audience will be at least somewhat strong with Fantastic Four. I mean, yeah, unless they have some political beef, but that's Disney's bag, is they don't offend anyone. So I'm sure no one will have any problems because there's no characters there to offend anyone. There's nothing. Like if you don't, the reason that these movies lack like character and shit is in substance is because as soon as you give anyone real character, you're gonna fucking offend someone. That's just humanity. That's just human nature. So that's how they fucking avoid it. Is they avoid any writing, any character story, and they just give you big plot, it's like almost a Michael Bay, man. It's like big plot, big visuals, and no substance. And it's not because they don't have the talent to give it substance. It's because they don't want to offend anybody. But at the same time, like their idea of not offending anybody is not everyone's idea of not offending anybody. That's why it's like, yeah, they offend people. Not hiring any white males for lead roles offends some people, and they like have been caught vocally saying that they literally won't hire white men for roles. Some people couldn't give a shit. Some people think, yeah, it's about time. Like white men been getting roles, like let's give it to someone else. Like all that's cool. But when you have those sort of stances, yeah, you're gonna offend somebody. But who are you gonna offend? Whoever you're offending by that, whoever would get offended by that though is a jerk off. So I'm not offended by that. I don't give a shit that they don't want to hire white males for a while. Cool. I don't think it's like because they're racist. I think it's because Hollywood has been very one-sided in that regard, and so they want to. But my thing is like, okay, yeah, but there's a way to do that, and you don't overdo it. And I think they're overdoing it. Raw talking the house. What up?
What's happening? I think they should make a Mexican Superman, an Indonesian Superman, a Puerto Rican Superman, Japanese Superman. Do what they want to do. As long as the stuff is good, we're good. But hey, who am I? I'm just a dude that's a wishful thinker, right?
You're a mild-mannered reporter. You're a mild-mannered reporter that occasionally collects G.I. Joe collectibles.
I try.
There he is.
Yeah. Talk. What up?
What up?
Doing my things.
What you got? You got a new? What you moved your room around or something?
Yeah.
It's different.
That's a museum in there now. This is my little area now.
Oh, I see the closet. That's where you used to do. That's where you used to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there behind you. Okay, yeah.
My laundry room is over here, and then it's a whole L shape.
Oh, okay.
Figures and stuff.
Yeah, because I was like, we thought you was transmitting from Mars or something. I was like, wait a minute, it looked different in there. It looked real different up in there, man. Like,
yeah, so I'm
speaking of Joe's
straightening out stuff.
Dog, show us what. Show us. He's mentioned that I woke him up in the middle of the night like twice so far, but never why. This is why. This is why.
Oh, this is Breaker, right?
I told him that Breaker was available. Get to Target ASAP.
Let me tell you a funny story. No, he can't tell it right. I ain't letting him tell it. He can't tell it right. I'm chilling. It's like midnight. It might even been later than that. And he texts me like, yo, check this out. And then I'm like, I click on the link, and it's like Target is selling the Mass Effect Breaker, and you can't get it online. You got to go in the store and get it. So I'm like, yeah, right. So I got to read this again. So I read it again. Then I started looking. Then he started looking. Then he started texting me stuff. And by the time, so now I'm kind of like, wait a minute. I could actually get one because we got botted when this first came out. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, so now he's trying to hype me up. Now he's like, still, you can get him. You can go get him. You got this. You the man. You Superman. Do it. And then he was texting me. You know how in the movie Superman, the kids were like, Superman. He texted me that meme, Superman. I'm like, man. So now it's about 2:00. I'm hyped. I'm like, I'm going to get this. Got this. Got it. Woke up the next morning.
Mind you, I'm asleep right now because I didn't know he stayed up and did none of this. I'm like, go tomorrow. I told him in the morning.
Because I was trying to get it. Like this, and this is what he did too. He was like, yo, if you go on their website and you type it in, it'll tell you the aisle that it's in and how many they got. So I'm punching the joint like, I don't see that. So I'm trying to go to different stores. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, all right, this close to me. I could go to here. All right, I was like, all right, I could go to West Windsor. All right, I could go there. That ain't far. I'm like, hold up. So I'm punching the joint. I'm like, look, I can go all the way up to Newark if I have to. I'm like, wait a minute. All right. So I'm hitting the joint. I'm not seeing what he's seeing. I'm like, I'm not seeing this. So I'm hitting the back, and then he's like, I got to go to bed. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I'm like, all right. So I'm still up looking. Finally, I get tired. I go to sleep. I wake up early in the morning. I'm like, all right, let me see what he told. So I sit down on the computer. Boom, I start typing it up. And it came up just like he said. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But the store I punched up was super far. I'm like, nah, I can't go that deep. I said, that's way too far. So then I found one close. I found one 16 miles away. Delran, New Jersey. I said, all right, we taking a ride. Jump in the car, go down. Bang, they had 4. It said they had 5 on the shelf, but they had 4. And it was just like he said, it said the aisle. I mean, they didn't have 5, they had 4. So I
don't think people are as stingy as they used to be with grabbing up everything, you know. I don't think that's going on anymore like that.
Well, you know what? I tell you one
man,
thing.
it's tariffs, bro. But plus, this is the thing, Raw Talk. What me and Reno figured out was that I don't know how Target did it, or maybe this is something they knew they're doing to keep you from getting botted or whatever the case may be. You couldn't do an in-store pickup. You couldn't order it online to your house.
Nothing.
You couldn't even order it because Target delivers the same day. That's how I got my Orion. When I ordered my
or
Orion,
you could tell them, or you could set it up to pick it up. Be like, I'm gonna come to the store and
they let you do. You couldn't do nothing online with it. You literally had to physically go into the store and get it.
Okay.
But
And
they don't tell you that. The site is just telling
No.
motherfuckers they're sold out. Because
They're
what
sold,
happened
right.
was the website had an allotted amount that they were going to sell online. Once that allotted amount sold out, the website is now saying sold out. What
Yeah.
people aren't realizing, and what motherfuckers, I'm on Instagram, motherfuckers are not getting it. I'm reading the comments and I'm like, y'all don't understand. They're in the fucking store. You just have to go in. You can't do nothing. They're like, they're not in the store because I'm seeing it says no in-store pickup available, no in-store. It did. It said all that. But if you read the fine print, it said limited availability.
Availability.
And then you click on that shit or
Or low
next to
stock. Yeah,
or
low stock.
limited stock or
Yep.
some shit,
So,
right? And you
limited
click
stock,
on
yep.
the other stores list and it gives you the other stores. And when I clicked on the other stores list, I saw that some said limited stock and some said out of just sold out. So I'm like, okay, that don't even the ones that said sold out, you couldn't order them or do no in-store pickup. They said limited stock, but some said sold out on the website, like the location. I'm probably not explaining it right, but point being, you can't. Yeah, you couldn't do shit online. But when I looked on the stores that said limited stock, I noticed that when you clicked on them, it would say like aisle A6, and I'm like, oh. They're in the fucking store. You got to pick them up. And I hit Stu. I'm like, bro, you got to go inside.
That's what's up.
He's like, Superman. Superman. I was like,
yeah, that movie was dope, man. That movie was dope.
Thank
man.
you. Thank
I
you.
like that
Thank
movie.
you.
I
like
that
that movie too. I
Yeah,
thought it was
I
dope
liked it.
too, Roger. I gotta agree with you on that. That joint was hard. I
It,
can't wait
it,
for the next set of
it was a good pace.
Bored.
It had
Yes.
had a lot of Easter eggs and different things in it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is
Yeah, it
crazy.
was a good movie, bro.
Oh,
And then-
and shout out to him for finally giving us a real look at the Hall of Justice.
Justice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
Because they showed it
Hall
from
of
the outside.
Justice.
Yeah.
As soon as I seen it, I was like, yo, the Super Friends came right into my head. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Comic shit, dog.
And you know he's coming with the Legion of Doom. Because that look
The
on Lex
Legion of
Luthor, the look of Lex Luthor's face as he got into the truck.
Bro.
Yeah,
And they said Bell.
while he's in
and
Bell
they-
Reeve.
And they said it's Bell Rev. They said Bell something
Rev.
Bell Rev. I said Bell Rev. But
Yeah.
that I like that stuff like that when they pronounced it wrong. But Luthor would go to they wouldn't put him in Bell Rev, but Bell Rev would set up the Legion of Doom because that's where all the metahumans are.
Yep.
He would actually go to Blackgate. They would either send him Blackgate or something like that. Yeah. He wouldn't go to Bell Rev. Bell Rev is where he's gonna probably meet Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say Brainiac, maybe Gorilla Grodd,
Black Manta.
Black Manta, all of them. Yeah, he'll meet Sinestro, Toyman. He'll meet all of them there.
Wow. But yeah,
And
that
all
was
Porter.
crazy.
And guess what operates out of Bell Rev? Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
They operate out of Bell Rev. Yeah.
What's her name? I forget her
Amanda
name.
Waller.
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller.
You know,
Amanda Waller was
Waller the baller.
old
Yeah,
girl
Waller
still
runs that
playing.
program.
So you know that's what it is.
Listen, got
Chrome.
dope. Listen, I gotta roll out. I gotta break out, guys. I like
know
that
that.
chrome.
Be
You know,
easy,
I like
Stu.
that. I like that.
Be cool,
All right,
bro.
man. You too, man.
All right.
Stu, wait,
No,
you
I
gotta
like Guy Gardner, man. He's crazy. Yo, when he was beating up the soldiers and he had middle fingers and everything.
Fingers and all. Yeah, he kept. Yeah, the hand was swiping. And
Yeah.
fingers. That was dope.
That was
Remember when him and Superman got into it? It's like, make a move, Big Blue. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
ready.
Big Blue.
Like, what's up? Like, yeah, like what's up?
There it is.
That's dope. That chrome is dope, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta get that
Chromed
chrome
out.
pen. Yeah.
You got the chrome grill. Yeah. You got the chrome buckle.
Tight.
You got some chrome accents on the pauldron.
Yeah.
I got the chrome. Where is it? The chrome dagger.
Yeah. The hilt. Part of
Yeah.
the hilt and all that. Nice.
And the sheath and shit. And then the sword got the bottom piece too.
Yep. Nice. Tough.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get. I got the Dark Lawn O-ring and shit.
All
I
right.
ordered that shit. I'm gonna get the O-rings.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like
Match him up.
stand up with them. Yeah, like I got the Frag Viper and I got Croc Master and shit already. But like I'm gonna start getting the O-rings.
Now let
But
me know which ones
yeah,
you need because I have extra. We can make a deal. You know, I
yeah,
love comic books. But
real talk.
that's what my brother does. But he does it. He used to do it with the O rings, and then I had the 25th anniversary figures, so we switched because well, I switched with myself because I gave him the O rings to stand up next to his 12-inch figures. Those
Mm-hmm.
customs he makes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, I need something more detailed and stuff like that. And there's certain ones he couldn't get in the O-ring format. So I was like, okay, here I got them all in the 25th anniversary. Boom. There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he got that one in the 25th.
Yeah, this is classified. I just
Yeah, you hit
customized the classified.
you hit him
Yeah.
with the gold.
The gold and the blue. I
Yeah.
painted the blue. I put the gun holster on his chest. That's from
Right.
I forget whose holster I used. But
Isn't
yeah, I
that
just changed the blue.
Chuckles?
No, Chuckles got his on still. Wait, did I leave Chuckles on? Yeah, Chuckles got his on. This might be Hawk, General Hawk. It's General Hawk.
General Hawks. Okay.
Yeah, it's General Hawk, and yeah, he pulling a dagger out of his sheath in the back. But yeah, I hit him with all the original colors and shit, just so he would look like the original version
Nice.
from back in the day and shit. That's kind of what I'm doing. If they come and the figure don't look like the back in the day figure, I'm painting it, doing whatever I got to do.
Yeah, I dig it.
Sci-fi, mainframe,
Sci-fi is gonna look like ooh,
they
sci-fi.
all dope. They all look very accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the wave now. They gonna do.
Yeah, I probably won't touch them, but I had to touch your boy.
Oh,
I had to touch him.
word. There you go. There you go.
Man, that's blowtorch. That's
Hell
blowtorch.
Hell yeah.
I had to hit him up.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up. Shit. Dope.
yeah. But he said, man, female surfer was a kick to my balls. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Marvel is really fucking up. And I'm gonna tell you why. They are doing this shit where if it happens in the MCU, they will then put it in the comics, or they will go tell the comic writers to do some shit because they know they're gonna do it in the movie and they want it to be in the comics first.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a rumor. This is not a conspiracy theory. This has been said by Kevin Feige. He's said it. He's admitted it. Writers at Marvel have talked about it. I've seen articles. It's absolutely a known thing. They do it without any sort of shame.
Yeah.
And I feel it's very shameful.
So they do it so they won't have the connoisseurs or the collectors or the heavy readers question them when they do it in the movies. Oh, it's in the book. It's in the book. You guys want it in the book. It's in the book.
That's
then
it.
They can sell the merch and all that stuff, man. So
Kamala Khan is an Inhuman in the comics. Feige told the writer, kill and make her a mutant because we want to make her a mutant in the movies.
Yeah.
And he had to do it. Now, the reason I bring that up, and this is the shit that, first of all, if you told me during the Marvels and Thunderbolts, or Love and Thunder or Eternals, if during that whole era where motherfuckers were like, oh my god, what's happening to Marvel? Like, what are they doing? The MCU is like, it sucks. If you told me during that time that they would do a female Silver Surfer, even during that time, I would have laughed at you. I would have said, no fucking way. They would not do that. They wouldn't go that far. Not only did they go that far,
Don't tell me they made her gay.
This is the Silver Surfer in the comic. They've killed Norrin Rad.
Oh yeah.
The new Silver Surfer is this female. Yeah. As the original Silver Surfer dies, Marvel Comics takes a step closer to the MCU with a replacement that's a lot closer to Fantastic Four first steps. Now, I knew they were doing this thing where they were doing this shit with the comics and the MCU.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they'd go this far. Like Kamala Khan, that's one thing. That's a character no one really knows, no one cares about. You want to change, fine. Like no one really cares. Like, okay, cool, she's a mutant, no one gives a shit. It's Norrin fucking Rad. It's the Silver Surfer. It's one of the oldest, most iconic, most classic characters in their whole stable.
Yeah.
And that's going too fucking far, in my opinion.
I can say this. I understand why they did it.
Unless it's not permanent thing.
No,
which nothing is really permanent in comics. So
yeah,
but
it could be something as long as now if they get. I mean, this Fantastic Four movie seems like a pile of shit already. So once that goes down the drain, then this will go down the drain with it.
Yeah.
But the old guard is gone. The old guard. I mean, the old guys that are stay steadfast and say you ain't changing shit.
Yeah,
they're gone.
Yeah,
the compromise
is now.
Even the compromisers that compromised a little, they're gone.
Right.
All you have now is fucking yes men, and those who want to keep their jobs and they're there.
And people that I work for Marvel. I want to work for Marvel.
Yeah, they're there. They're not there for the passion of it. They're there for a check and maybe some bragging rights. Yeah, I work for Marvel. I drew on this. I write for this. Ah ha ha ha. I'm that guy. I can make anything happen. I can make a gay Hulk. Okay. Find out. You do a gay Hulk. You find me in front of their office stomping the motherfucker who wrote that shit. I swear I'll go to jail and I got motherfucking money to get the fuck out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You're fucking with people's passions, man, and you can't do that, bro. That's like people are like I've heard this so many times. Like they why do you get so upset? Or why do you care if it's comic accurate? Or why do you care if it is? Why do you care? And that same person might be a fan of anime, and I'm like, well, wouldn't you care? Why do you care when they make a live action anime and it sucks? Why do y'all get upset? It's the same fucking thing. It's no different.
No different. Yeah, when they didn't like Dragon Ball Z.
And how could you?
Exactly.
I mean, anger. Yeah, you're going to be pissed. Because that's something you recognize. Yeah, and you want to see what you recognize. And then you feel dissed because then you feel like, okay, I put all this time and money and I'm a fan, my whole lifelong fan. And then I finally get my shit on the big screen in live action and it don't look, I don't even recognize him. You just used his name.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's crazy that you would do that to people. It's crazy to me. Like that's the audacity. That shit is like beyond, bro. I can't even believe they would do that, bro. Like people, this is like that's wild, bro. These people really care about these characters, bro. Like these are real, like been around since the 60s and the 40s and shit. Like what are you talking about?
And this it looked like it got she got a Carol Danvers haircut.
Oh yeah, you already know the haircut there.
And look like and the art don't even look. It looked like cross Miss Marvel. Is it Miss Marvel or Mrs. Marvel?
Miss Marvel. I don't know. Miss Marvel.
The black one. They gave her
Miss or Ms. I don't know.
Yeah, one of them.
Miss Marvel. Maybe?
Look how the hands are. The neck in that area dark. If you're a Silver Surfer, be fucking silver. If anything.
Right. Right.
They're doing all sorts of weird shit, but that's the times we live in, man. But hey,
well, in the movie, she has like I don't know. You can see like,
eyelids and shit, right?
Yeah, you can see her whole features and shit, and it's like very off-putting because it's like even the Norrin Rad they did in the movie where Galactus was a cloud. That Norrin Rad, that Silver Surfer looked fucking dope. Like
Yeah,
he looked
yeah.
like the Silver
Looked
Surfer.
like
He had
Silver
no fucking black nothing. He was just pure silver, like he's
Only
supposed to
black
be.
when they took his when Doom took
When he turned dark.
yeah,
Yeah,
when he took his board.
right.
Yeah,
When he turned dark, all dark. Yeah,
yeah,
but like,
yeah. There you go.
no variations and features and shit. Is Hasbro making a movie Galactus or what? Yeah, I mean, there's a well, it's not Hasbro right now. I know there's a Hot Toys movie Galactus that's
Oh,
actually not as big as the Hasbro HasLab Galactus. It's a little bit shorter than the HasLab Galactus, and it's a Hot Toys, but it's the movie one to go with the movie Hot Toys figures. But I guess they figure, a Hot Toys collector is a more
yeah. Well, the hot.
sophisticated person that might not want some big gaudy thing.
Yeah, I got the Hot Toys Killmonger. Their details and the
Oh
face
yeah,
structure it's
Beyond,
classic.
yeah, it's phenomenal. Yeah, they look
it gets
just
too big
like.
when you have a whole bunch of them. But my cousin, he got all that shit too. And my brother, he does 12-inch scale. So it's like you gotta have the room for that shit for real. I mean, real room. I mean, because
Yeah, dog. It's
but I don't know, but that's is it it's Hot Toys, yeah, because Mezco's doing some stuff too. So it's like everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of this movie to make up for the bullshit that it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
mean,
Marvel's giving that license to do this, do that, so we can amp it up for the movie. At least we can get some action figures out of it to amp the people, the naysayers, the collectors, and then probably that'll make them go to the theater to see the movie at least.
Yeah.
That's why they releasing stuff before the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We already know that tactic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And nah, they at Bilbo's balls, they so the HasLab Galactus it's I mean, I know you're kidding. It's not 8 feet, but it's like
dope.
It's like 3 feet tall, and it's like it's like $800. It's crazy. I want to get one bad as fuck. I ain't gonna fucking front. I want one bad as a motherfucker because I have like all the Marvel Legends, and I want to see that Galactus surrounded by a bunch of Marvel Legends. I think that would be a dope setup. But a 10-inch Galactus, I think is too small. That's only a couple inches bigger than the 6-inch Marvel Legends. But I could see maybe something like the Giant Man one they did, maybe like a 18-inch or something like that. Or
I would try for $3,000. I would hire a motherfucker to 3D print me a Galactus. You don't have to be solid life size, just as a stationary,
no articulation. Yeah.
And have it detailed and painted detail, whatever, and have it just sitting there.
Yeah,
hands
as a display.
Is on it. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, that would be sick. A sick ass display. Even the place you put them on the show.
These guys don't think of these toy ideas. Like you can make a big ass Galactus and have them be a display for figures on them. Like they have them foot pegs or whatever, so different characters can be fighting on his body and shit. Like
I was thinking that popcorn bucket, the $80 Galactus popcorn bucket, the shit is like this fucking big, yo. It's like
I seen it.
Tall. And it lights up and shit. Like that would be a crazy piece to sit around some figures and shit.
That's why I'm going to watch that. If I do go to watch that movie, I'm going early in the morning because I see anybody with that bucket and the lights on and they're eating while I'm watching the movie, they might get that bucket put on their motherfucking head, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because who the fuck in their right mind is going to have a light up bucket of popcorn during the fucking movie where it's supposed to be dark?
You can't. Exactly. It's silly. It's silly. And who's going to be sitting with this thing in their lap, bro? It's this big. It's huge.
Yeah, that's
like an asshole. I'm cool. Look at me.
I mean, it's a good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good collectible because a lot of
put on the shelf.
Collectible shit.
Goddamn popcorn out of that shit.
But that shit is crazy. My son asked me, yo, if he asked me to buy it, I'm gonna look at him. I'm like, all right. I know that shit gonna be broke in a month.
Yeah, I mean, they did Norrin Rad dirty for sure. But Galactus, yes, Galactus is dope. Like even the Eternals movies, the Celestials were dope. Like that
Yeah,
Celestial shit was cool as fuck. Like that was a really cool thing. Like that was great. And like in that regard, like yeah, Galactus, the whole Galactus shit was great. Like I said, you can't knock this Fantastic Four movie for the visuals. They're amazing. The acting, phenomenal. These actors are all great. The problem is the characters have no substance. They're written poorly. But if you know, and I don't know if it's a problem or if you could consider it a problem or whatever, but they're nothing like the characters that we know about, which is fine if you replace what you took with something else. You took away Ben Grimm's self-hatred, you know, his you know, he doesn't like how he looks and whatever, right? You took all that dynamic away, but give him something else to make him interesting. You didn't give him anything. You took away Johnny Storm's you know, frat boy personality or whatever, but you didn't give him any personality to replace it.
They're a bunch of soy boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're a bunch of two-dimensional icons. They look like the characters we know. They just don't sound like them or do anything like them. Doug Jones played him and chilled with him. Awesome dude. Version of Surfer. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I still watch the old Fantastic Four. I you know, even though Jessica Alba's in it or whatever, she's cute and all that, but you know. Some say they didn't like the guy's portrayal of Doom, the one who passed away.
That's my wife now.
You know, Jessica.
Yeah, that's my wife now.
She lost a lot of luster though, man. You know?
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but hey,
that one dude happened.
Yeah, right. But but the guy who
forget his name,
Doom, he passed away, I believe. Right, I think he passed away.
Oh shit! Did he? Who played Doom?
I think, did he pass away? The guy that played Doom.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Think about it. Let me see.
Yeah, I think he passed away. Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah. Hold on. Julian
McMahon.
Yeah, he died this month, July 2nd. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I thought he was a good Doom. I really thought he was a good Doom.
He was decent, yeah. I mean, everyone in that movie I thought played their roles pretty well. They fit their roles pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, and he looked the part of someone who would play. He has that he had that caricature.
They all really looked their parts, except Jessica. Yeah. She's the only one that maybe didn't quite look her part because she had a little bit too much, you know, I don't know, flavor. She just looked
She
wasn't vanilla enough.
Yeah. She, you know, she's Latina, so you know, it throws you off. But that's why
no one had a problem with
Pedro Pascal this time as.
But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. When Jessica Alba was no one cared. No one was like, oh, they're being woke. No one said shit because they didn't say shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
This happened. They didn't talk about it. They didn't post about it. They didn't brag about it. They didn't make it the focal point of their entire universe. And it was fucking great.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Julian McMahon. He's a great. He was a great actor too. I mean, dude, he was whatever he played it to the fullest, man. He could play the villain. He was great as a villain, man.
Yeah, they could have given him a cool voice or something. That's true.
Yeah, that stuff that we hear from the MF Doom and the old cartoons and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but this Silver Surfer thing, man, it says that it's unclear if this is the new incarnation of this new incarnation of Silver Surfer is Shalla-Bal, or if it's just some other female Silver Surfer with another name. I think it's going to be Shalla-Bal because I think it's to support the MCU, and I think that's where the comics are going. And it's cool if you wanted to make a whole comic series about Shalabal. Do that, but don't kill fucking Norin Rad to replace him with what?
But I think it's, and we know in comic books, not everybody's always going to die. You know, they die and then they come
It's
back.
not permanent, but it's
so it's not permanent. I think what they
it's for
should
shock
have
value though. Like,
yeah, I think what they should have done if they were smart was, okay, you have Shalabal as the surfer. She took on the mantle. Why? Because she's trying to help Norrad escape the clutches of Galactus. Like he's in the cage. He's somewhere where she had to do it for him.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? They could have did it. They could have did it that way and then spawned off to something new with that. You know, but their short-sightedness fucked them over. Like, you know what I mean? It's just
it's terrible.
Yeah, they don't think all the way through. They sometimes you have to think all the way through, man.
Yeah,
you have to. You know.
No, they definitely don't do that.
But again, that's their universe.
Kevin Davis projected.
Yeah,
it's their universe. They can do what they want.
Yeah, so
you don't have to like it.
Yeah, true. But with the comic books that they're telling people to write this in, now you're interfering with other people's ideas of what they want to do with the character in their universe with their comics. Now that's a problem. That's a real serious problem because how are you dictating someone else's universe?
Yeah.
Keep your universe. Do what the fuck you want in it. Just because you want some shitty shit don't mean somebody else want to write some shitty shit in. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yo, Bilbo's balls, man. Thanks for coming and chopping up with us, bro. Absolutely,
yes,
man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Man.
That's a cool ass name.
we do this. Hey, we do this every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. So check it out. But hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Make sure you get them joints. Say found the live stream channel by accident. Glad to stop by. You do seem solid, fellas. Blessing to you, both of you, Matt from California. Appreciate you, bro.
Where he's from Canada. Up from Canada.
Oh, I thought you said California. Yeah, I guess Canada could be.
Yeah. Canada.
Canada. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Canada. And check this out. Speaking of our beloved hobby of toy collecting, here goes the X-Men 97 wave coming out tomorrow or Friday. It says this one has been a rumor for a long time coming, but I do believe this weekend during San Diego Comic-Con we will see Hasbro officially reveal their next wave of Marvel Legends X-Men 97 figures. Okay, but Hasbro's Legends panel is coming this Friday at 11:30 a.m. I guess
it's gonna be an awkward panel, man.
Hey.
Because what is it, Ryan? Is it Ryan Ting? He's not there anymore.
Oh
one of the marketer.
Marvel?
Yeah, I think it's Ryan. I think his name is Ryan Ting. And
okay,
he's not gonna be there because he had a new position. They gave him a new position, then they terminated his position. Like just as he got a goddamn what you call a promotion, they killed the come on, it's foul. It's foul. So it's gonna be awkward because you don't see him there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe they'll just act like nothing happened.
As they always do, but everybody in the audience is gonna make sure they know that they know.
Yeah.
You know how that go. Hardcore is
gonna stay. They gonna represent. But the Marvel Legends pre-orders slated to go live on Saturday. So they'll reveal them Friday at San Diego Comic-Con on the panel or wherever, and then Saturday they'll go up at it says 2 p.m. Pacific. So damn, that's late as fuck for Eastern. That's like 6 p.m. Eastern.
No, well, they're 3 hours. So yeah, it'd be what 5?
They're 4 hours. Ain't they 4 hours?
No, 3 hours behind in Cali.
Okay.
3 hours. So it'd be like around 4 What?
So it's 5.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. Yeah, that's hella late.
On
I've never
Friday,
seen
right? Or
Saturday. I've never seen them go. I've never seen pre-orders go up on a Saturday at 5 p.m. That's
I mean,
weird.
no. They have in the past with GI Joe. They not that late, but they did it at the show. They had the shit live with the classifieds.
What? Because of
SDC.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, because the SD.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it went live on the website?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. I guess
Yeah.
I forgot that because I must have got my chuckles that way or something.
Yeah, SDCC is this weekend. So I mean tomorrow. Shit.
Yeah.
Starts tomorrow until Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. So day after tomorrow we'll see the panel Friday, and then Saturday we'll see the pre-orders go up at like Big Bad Toy Store, probably Hasbro Pulse and Entertainment Earth. It says, but this is what it says. The wave was originally slated to go up pre-order at the beginning of the year, but got delayed. Here's a breakdown of the figures that I believe we will see this wave: Morph, Jubilee, Emma Frost, Cable, Roberto Acosta, and a casual Logan. I would be very excited for a Cable, a Morph, a Jubilee, and an Emma Frost. Would not give a fuck about a Roberto Acosta dressed like this if he's not looking like his character's Sunspot. And then Wolverine, bro. I have my whole top shelf are Marvel Legends Wolverines. I have every Wolverine they've done. They've done so many fucking Wolverines, and like the prospect of another Wolverine that they already had a Wolverine in the last wave, and you're gonna put another Wolverine in this wave, and there's other fucking characters we got to get to. I'm not even, as a Wolverine fan, I'm saying this. As a Wolverine stan, I'm saying this. Like, Wolverine's my guy. I collect Wolverine over every figure. And even me, I don't want them to do another Wolverine yet. I want this slot to go to a character that we haven't had yet.
Yeah.
And I think we're well overdue for a decent Cable. We had the MVC looking Cable that they just did. That's great. Love it. But before that, there was a Cable that looked like this Cable, but it's from like the fucking way back in the day.
Yeah, I had that one. That was from the wasn't he before he was the Apocalypse builder figure, part of, I think.
Oh, was it
the Apocalypse or the Juggernaut builder figure back then with Marvel Legends? Yeah, I had him and Deadpool, all that stuff, man. Hey, I mean, hey, once they show them and they come out, hey, you know, shit gonna fly off the shelves. You know how it go. The 97s, they move fast.
Damn, motherfuckers are already getting these from Target? What the fuck? How are they getting these from Target already?
Whoa, yeah, the Psylocke. Yeah, the Psylocke.
Oh, they said the scan. Yeah, somebody was doing a thing. They said that they brought the box up to the register and they wouldn't sell it to them because the scan is not released yet.
Yeah.
I just don't get how some people get the shit and other people can't.
Because they scan another box that's already there, and since it's both the same type of figure, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same brand. It's a scannable.
That's stealing, sir.
Yeah,
that's
technically,
stealing.
If you're paying the same price, I don't know. It's stealing in essence.
Yeah, it's a different product. It doesn't tell the company what product they sold and all that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But
motherfuckers do that shit.
But that's not how they got them. I know that's not how these people got them, bro. They got them because some stores are selling these shits.
Yeah.
And some places are fucking releasing them. My man here said I went to 4 different Targets. They were already cleared out. Said the website wasn't updated. That's crazy that these shits went. And I'm still waiting on mine from eBay that I pre-ordered.
Damn.
Long time ago. And they told me that shit was going to ship at the end of July. Now the shit on there says August.
Oh, shit.
Guess what I'm about to do?
Cancel.
Refund like a motherfucker. Yeah.
I can't believe they do that on eBay, or is it Amazon?
eBay.
eBay, yeah, I don't do that with eBay, man, because I don't know who the hell those people are on eBay. Like,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
I mean, with Amazon, I'll do a pre-order or whatever because it's Amazon. You know, you gotta abide by that rules, and you know, if shit gets shaky, you can always send shit back. But
Right.
with eBay, they're on suspect, man. I don't trust eBay all that well when it comes to anything that has to be pre-ordered. You
Well,
know.
the thing about eBay is you can always get your money back from eBay. So
Oh, okay.
if you're not happy with it, if they lied about it, if it's not what they said it was, you can get your money back.
Yeah.
Like eBay will force them.
Yeah.
Force them, or I don't know. You can.
James,
Get your money back.
Kevin, what's going on? What are you saying? James Gunn dropped the ball by just stick with Peacemaker presentation at San Diego Comic-Con. This is DC Studios' chance to strike with success of Superman by announcing something moving forward. I don't know. He's still got he's actually going and still doing the junkets for Superman overseas. Remember when?
But I mean, we never know what he's gonna do at the Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he makes an appearance there, if he has a panel or what have you.
I mean, what he's gonna say at the Peacemaker thing. He could say anything. He could release. He could break news of anything. You know, he might, and that is true. That he should. I mean, he should. You know, bank off the success or the momentum of Superman by using San Diego Comic-Con to make a big splash and introduce something that people are going to be hype about, or he's taking the moment to not to milk the Superman success, not overshadow it by introducing something new and resonating with something. And I'm sure that's where his mind is. So
yeah, because you can't. And you can't. Everybody got ADD and shit, you know, with this online shit. Sometimes you got to go old school and hey, wait, motherfucker. You know, we got to learn to be patient and wait. You know, because you know us being fiends and addicted to this thing, like we have to have immediate gratification. We got to have we gotta know all the information. No, it kills a lot. It kills a lot. I mean,
well, it's just like with the toy hobby, man. Yeah, it's the same thing with the toy hobby, man. When you know, like with the Thanos and the Psylocke thing, motherfuckers are pissed. Like people are really hyped. They're really upset. Like people get real fucking deep about this shit, and like it takes some of the fun out of the hobby when these companies make shit hard to get, or they make it like, you know, and then they like sell them to people so that they can resell them on this aftermarket. And then there's this whole big aftermarket thing where they're literally just scalping all the pre-orders to resell them on the aftermarket. And then these companies are allowing it because there's really no way they can stop it. As long as they limit the amount of that you can order, what else can they do? And all people have to do is make 50 accounts and you can order 50 fucking things.
I can tell you what they can do. They can go back to the way they used to release action figures. Do not post it online. Don't do all this shit. Just let it show up at the store. Then
no pre-order? Yeah.
None of that. Just let it show up at the store. Like when we were young.
Oh, like hunting in the store.
Certain figures came out and it was in the store.
Well, I haven't bought I barely get figures from the store. Everything is ordered.
Yeah, see that's the thing. It killed the fun of going out to a toy store.
Yeah,
you know,
because toy stores don't exist anymore. It's fucking Walmart now. You get one aisle. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and they try to bring Toys R Us anymore.
I know. We had KB. Remember KB was all over the place.
I think toy makers should form some type of. Well, I mean, there is an organization, but it falls under all the consumer shit. But they should have a separate organization to where, look, this is what we decide as an organization, how we're going to produce and how we're going to have it sold to the people. We need toy stores again. We need this viability again. So this is what we should do. We're not going to sell to the Walmarts. We're going to invest in bringing Toys R Us back. They should all invest in it because if all these toy companies and manufacturers put money aside to invest into a toy store standalone, then they have an avenue where they're sure to get clientele and people going to.
Yeah.
They don't have to go to Walmart anymore or Target. You don't have to worry about none of that shit. You have one nice toy store worldwide. Toys R Us or whatever. KB, bring that back or whatever.
Yeah, but they want to have they want to just let Target sell some and let Walmart sell some. But if you think about like G.I. Joe Classified, the majority of classifieds are sold on Hasbro Pulse website.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I predicted that back
Big Bad Toy Store.
In 2020. I predicted that it's going to be a direct-to-consumer market because now you have theft, people stealing, people damaging shit, people, you know what I mean? So
now these toys, these $20 toys are worth $100, hundreds of dollars potentially, and then you have thieves and like adults buy them now. So it's not, you're not worried about little kids stealing a big ass figure, but adults will steal some shit.
Now, and then also remember, whenever there's a theft or a damaged good, there's a chargeback that goes back to the main company. So let's say you got action figures that don't sell. That's a chargeback. You have to eat that because you sold it to the store saying that these are hot and they're going to sell.
Right.
The store wants it at the price they bought it at, to make their profit. If they don't make their profit and it sits on the shelves, who's going to pay for that?
Yeah.
Manufacturer. Why? How are they going to pay it back? Oh, we're not going to order too many more from you because the last batch was bad.
Right.
So what did they do? They cut all that bullshit direct to consumer.
Mm-hmm.
So now we know what we're gonna make. You either buy it, you don't, or we don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like comic books. You don't see comic books being sold in the aisle. There's no comic book aisle. No. They have LCSs or it's direct to consumer. Yeah. And it should because honestly, for me, these action figures go hand in hand with comics. For me, I collect them both in the same way. I think about them in the same way. I feel the same way about them. Everything about it, it's the same.
Exactly.
So
Exactamundo.
They need to sell these like they sell comics in designated stores and stores just for that.
Mom and pops. Go hard with the mom and pops. Fuck these pop stores.
Yeah, there's this one store here in Virginia. I forgot the name of it. We went into it, and all they sell is like anime statues and pops and figures and shit. It's a store just for figures.
Yeah. We have one in Jersey City. No, two in Jersey City like that.
Yeah.
And we have a few in Manhattan like that. Yeah.
We need to get some of those for the comic and the Joes and the shit.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh, the title is revealed. Is this genuine?
Yo, you heard the song?
No, I ain't hear the music.
Can you hear it? You can't hear it?
Nah, I mean, there's some breakage, but I'll peep it out. You send me the link, I'll check it out. But it is, but I don't like the. I'm gonna tell you straight off, bro. I don't like the fucking the title, the way they did it.
The font.
Yeah, I mean, not the font per se. It's too glossy. It needs to look barbaric a little bit. A little bit. Give it some rust, some tint.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, like 80s.
Put some patina on it. Put some patina on this shit, man.
That's how it would be in the 80s. That's how it would have been. Conan the Barbarian type shit.
Yeah,
but this is on some MCU. They're trying to be like, comic movies and all that. That's what they're doing. Shiny and big.
But I'm happy that Masters of the Universe will be here.
And what you can't hear, I guess, in the background is they're playing the original theme song. So it's very to hear it. Yeah. And then you get all the different titles in the different languages.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. June 5th, 2020. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so about a year.
It's my son's birthday.
It's a day after my birthday. I'm June 4th.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're gonna be in the theater, son. I'm like,
Yep. That's definitely
Yeah.
happening on my birthday. It's it says the logo and title reveal above maintains the 80s style lettering for Masters, seen here in the red rather than the original blue, but with the blockier, more modernized logo for more recent adaptations. Also revealed is a hint of the heroic theme music inspired by the 80s cartoon.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's this was a movie that I was pretty worried about because I first heard that it was going to take place partly on Earth, and that's everything I hated about the 80s live action movie was that it wasn't on Eternia, and the fact that they basically made up all new characters for it.
Not to cut you off, I want to say one thing. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. You're good.
This logo looks like a novice did this logo, man. Look at it, how it's made. You can do this in Photoshop, bro. I'm a
Like
designer.
Photoshop.
I'm picking it apart.
Oh no, I could do this on Photoshop easy.
Yeah, this is like, come on, man. Somebody put
I
this
mean-
through Chat GPT. Yo,
Damn.
man, come on, man. I mean, I understand they want to get the word out, but do it to where it blows a person's fucking brain open. Like, oh, look at that logo. Now I know they're taking their time with it. Don't just give us some bullshit. Yeah, see, look at that. Come on, how you not gonna go to that? That's what you need to go to, but make it more hard. You see?
But see, that's shiny and sparkly and shiny.
No. But look at
basic.
the depth. And that was painted. Remember, the original logos were painted. That was painted, bro. That's not a computer generated nothing. That was painted.
Oh, the original one, yeah.
The original one was painted, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, put the effort in to give the people that's waiting for this a little bit more encouragement to say, hell, they're taking their time with it. They're really putting it together for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the real logo. It's
yeah.
There's definitely.
But you see the difference, though.
Theirs looks better than this, bro. You got to admit.
No. This looks better than that.
No.
Yo, look at it.
No,
look at
the lettering. All right, look at the lettering. Look at how it's just.
I'm
flat,
looking at the fading.
flat.
I'm looking at the
and then also, lighting. I'm gonna show you. Look at the flat lettering, and then look at the 3D, like the trail coming from behind it. And now look at this.
Yeah,
this has hell of texture.
It's like they put it through the what do you call it? The
Well, no, but I'm saying it has textures. It has depth. It's got like dimensions and shit.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what
3D.
you do on Photoshop real quick.
My point being, they did more than this did.
This looks better to me.
Less. I mean, it's simpler. Whether you like it better or not, it's less.
But it looks more painterly, like it has some richness to it. The other one looks like I just threw it through a filter and it just plop. This, you see?
I mean, I guess it's a matter of opinion. I don't know.
True. It's one's taste. I ain't gonna knock your taste. I mean, you like it?
No, not necessarily. I'm just saying it's not that different to me. I don't see I don't see that it's one way worse or better. But I like this one's more fatter and like tighter, I guess, and this seems more sparse.
Yeah,
which takes away from its gravitas.
And the angles of the light show
the letters aren't thick.
It's not exact. It's like you got light coming from here, then you got light coming from under here. There's only but so
that's
much.
Really weird.
You know what I'm saying? When you're shining it through the letters, it's hard to explain. But
no, I know what you're saying. It's the shading, the shadows
don't match up with the view.
They're in the wrong place. Yeah. For the light source.
Yes.
Well, the thing about it is, this movie, it is going to take place largely on Eternia, but the point being is that when it does take place on Eternia, we're going to see characters that we recognize from the 80s cartoon. They're going to be direct live action adaptations of those 80s characters, whereas that's what, when I was in 5th grade, that's what I wanted to see when I went to see the Dolph Lundgren movie. I wanted to see live action versions of the characters that I knew. When I got to the movie, I didn't see that, and it
Got
pissed me off, and every person I knew it pissed them off. So, but
we got Gwildor.
we got Gwildored. That's what we got. We got Gwildored and bamboozled.
Word, and we got a new instrument.
Blade. Yeah, we got the fucking xylophone, whatever the hell.
Yo, opening up portals with an instrument.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're gonna make a He-Man movie, make it recognizable as He-Man. Why are you choosing an IP? This is what I never understood about when they changed them so different. Why are you choosing that IP just to change it? Make up your own shit then.
I think it's because the capabilities of practical and they didn't have the special effects we have now.
Oh, in the 80s, it was budget for sure. Yeah, budget and
practicality. Yeah. You know what I mean? And for what it's worth, it turned out to be a cult classic because everybody likes it
because of what it is. Yeah, because of the memory, the nostalgia of it. But I know when you were 10 years old, you were pissed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you were pissed.
The only time I liked it is when Skeletor came through the town on the what his hovercraft. Chariot. Like Skeletor.
I was able to. Yeah, I appreciated the shit that was recognizable.
Yeah,
and stuff. It's just and you know, at the time, like I was a kid. I was into it. I was checking out, but I know I definitely was let down. I definitely was like, damn, where's Orko Gwildor? What the fuck? Yeah. And like, Man at Arms is a woman. What's going on? Like, I didn't know what I was looking at.
Oh yeah, Teela. Yeah,
Teela is Man at Arms now, and so it's just weird.
No, Teela was Teela, but that was her father, Duncan. Duncan was Man at Arms. The dude
they were. I thought they were calling her Man at Arms at one point.
Nah, because the father was there.
Bro, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Like, I'll keep it a buck.
Oh yeah.
Not at all.
Because if they would have called her Man at Arms back then, it still would have been controversy to this day.
That shit pissed me off so bad, bro. That movie, that was something. That was one of those. That was one of the first times I experienced them adapting something to live action and completely changing it and making it unrecognizable.
Exactly.
And ever since then, that's been a pet peeve.
Yeah.
So, it's the MCU can be hard sometimes on me. That's why I'm so happy about the DCEU, because they're more concerned with the writing and the comic accuracy. So that's all.
I don't think there's been a DCU that has never been not accurate, because they have characters that are stable and you had to go by the character. You know what I mean? You couldn't misinterpret the character. You can't misinterpret Batman. You can't misinterpret Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. You can't, because they are who they are and their stories are solid. Even Black Manta, solid.
Yeah.
Stories, solid. Green Lantern, for whatever, Ryan Reynolds, it was still accurate.
It was accurate. It was accurate enough. Like, at least I knew who the characters were. I ain't gonna say it was totally accurate, but I knew who the characters were, and I could recognize them, and that's good enough. And definitely there were some, characters that looked just like. Yeah, but then there were some that were off. But you knew who they were, bro, and like that alone is cool. And I think they're so concerned with how things look, in live action versus comics and shit. But if you just keep it accurate enough that it's recognizable, you can cinemaize it. You have to. That's fine. You can change it a little bit. Like Gunn always changes it. He changes it enough to make it a movie, to make it live action. Yeah. But you still know who the fuck these characters are when you first glance at them.
Yeah,
they're instantly recognizable, and that's all I care about, man. At least let me know who they are by a glance.
Guy Guard, that guy really played a dickhead.
He killed that shit. He killed that shit, bro. But I mean,
but Lois Lane shitting on his haircut.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see them, do more with him, and he's going to be in Lanterns, so we'll get to see more Guy Gardner
He's
for
gonna be in
sure.
joints, man.
I'm hoping that he cuts his hair again. I'm hoping we get the whole shaved all the way around. That's what I want to see. We get the full on Guy Gardner cut. I'll be happy.
It'd be funny if it's like an inside joke. Every movie it gets closer and closer because he keeps fucking up his haircut.
Yeah, and it's all choppy, and you can see the layers. So yeah, it would be cool if it just got higher till at the end it was finally just the straight up whole Gardner. But yeah, man. In closing, before we go, I gotta wrap it up. But yeah, it was. They were both great movies. They're both visually very pleasing. They're both a good time. They're both entertaining. If you want to compare them, Superman is the character piece. It's the more about better writing and stuff like that, and maybe Fantastic Four is more fantastical and visually more. They focused more on that maybe, and maybe not, but it has its merits. I mean, it's they're both great. Like they're both great. They're just Fantastic Four just doesn't. I was just let down a little bit because of the characters, the way they're written, the way they're not written, the way that they lack any development or arcs or anything at all that makes them interesting. And also the stuff that they do put there, like being pregnant and stuff like that. None of that stuff affects them in the way that it would affect the character if you were writing the character, but it's more like a plot device. So everything in the movie is a plot device. It's more of a plot that they focus on plot, not story. And Superman focuses more on story than plot, but it still has a great plot. Overall, I think DC, the Superman movie is for the comic fan, and the Fantastic Four movie is for the casual fan. Bottom line, that's it. If you're a comic fan, you will prefer the Superman movie. If you're a reader of comics, you know these characters, you're in it like that. You collect this shit. You're in this shit. You're about this shit. You'll like Superman better. If you don't know anything about these characters, you couldn't care less about that. You just love cool movies and crazy spectacles and all that shit. You might like Fantastic Four more. But they're both good. They're both definitely worth a watch. They're both getting my money. And I think they will both get a lot of the same people's money. I think a lot of the people that buy and watch Superman are going to go buy and watch Fantastic Four and like them both for different reasons. I think people that dislike or won't watch either one of them. I don't think anybody's gonna like just, oh, I hate this one, or I'm not gonna see this one, I'll see that one. Like if you're doing that, I don't know what, you're a weirdo.
Some people are just hardcore Marvel fans.
Yeah, you might just be a hardcore Marvel fan, and even and see, but there again, if you're a hardcore Marvel fan, you're gonna have a lot of problems with this movie. A lot. A whole lot.
You got to go into it with the glasses and knowing that, hey, this is MCU. It's its own universe. Its own.
Not only that, this is not even the 616 MCU universe. This is the 828 MCU universe. It's a standalone movie. Kevin Feige said it's technically their first standalone movie in the MCU where it's not connected canonically to anything else. The way they connect is through the after credit scenes. Like I said, Thunderbolt's after credit scene connects it to this, and then this has an after credit scene connecting it to the MCU. But that's it. Other than that, it's pretty much its own thing. And for what it is, it's cool. It has a lot of cool shit.
Or that standalone movies. Why not?
Yeah.
The comic books at some point before writers started having sagas, it was all standalone encounters.
Yeah,
they're fighting Mole Man one day, then they're fighting Doom the next, then Galactus, then what's those guys? The Skrulls. Different times they're fighting. It's not connected solely. They may have one or two panels that may off distant galaxy, and then it shuts off from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to have that, you would have to have something that you would have to have a studio that cares about that cares about comics, likes comics, knows about comics, wants to make something that's like comics, because that's how comics are. They're standalone. A lot of them are separate from other shit. Like a lot of them they're not they're not all connected. Spider-Man has 100 different writers. You know what I mean? They're all gonna be different. You know, Feige saying that this Punisher in the Spider-Man movie is going to be a new version of the Punisher. So, well, we know what their new version of Silver Surfer is. So, I wouldn't hold your breath to see John Bernthal as Punisher, man. I don't know, because he's talking about a different kind of Punisher in the Spider-Man movie. So, who knows, man? But we'll see. We'll keep you posted, and I promise we'll let you know. But check us out, guys. We're here every Saturday, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys Saturday. So have a good rest of your week, and please do not forget,
be water, my friend.